Hi, welcome to Scofield Farm. I'm Carice, and tonight we are making applesauce, and I wanted to give you a little peek into what we're doing. First of all, I have two wonderful helpers who are peeling apples for me with their apple peeler, who are going to help me cut stuff. And we are simply going to peel apples. We're going to use our little Pampered Chef tool. I am not a consultant, I just love it. We're going to cut them, and then we are going to throw them into our roaster with some water. We're gonna let that cook, and then our next steps will be later on. So tonight, we're mostly doing the prep part for the cooking. There you go. I am going to get a little bit of water so that it gets started while we're doing the whole process. I'm gonna put a couple quarts of water in the roaster. I'm not sure exactly how much I need right now, but we're gonna start with that. Lots of cutting to do. We're kind of assembly line, aren't we? Yeah? Okay, we'll put cores in here. And do you girls want to use any of the other apples? Or do you want to mostly use these apples? Which ones are you hoping to use?
Those ones. Here we go.
So I have made applesauce a lot in my parenting life. Have not made it for quite a while. In fact, I haven't made it in this house at all since we lived here, have we?
Yeah.
Nope, not in this house.
Oh.
And this is gonna be my first time canning it because I always made it in the past and then we just ate it all. When you have 7 kids, that can happen really easily if you're not careful. Now you might wonder why we're peeling and coring, and the reason why, I don't have a food mill. I'm actually going to mash my apples with another Pampered Chef product called a mix and chop. And it's very easy. I like to have it chunky. The reason I like chunky is I grew up with my Nana canning and sending over to our house chunky cinnamon applesauce. And so that is actually what I'm trying to replicate here to have on my shelves, because my Nana passed away this year, and anything I can do that brings back happy memories of her and just to honor her life, I have been trying to incorporate more into my life. So chunky applesauce it is, right? Chunky applesauce. Some of these I'll be able to do with my cutter, and some not quite so much. Pretty cool story. We were gifted apples twice this past week, so it was perfect timing to make some applesauce. And we love apples. We have 3 young apple trees. We actually planted like 5 different apple trees, but had a couple die. But we've tried to plant several different varieties so that we could have different apples and different timings and be able to use them lots of ways. You are just eating those like crazy. It's nice when your health is also like a little food disposal, right? She doesn't want to share with the chickens. Oh! You're gonna have to rinse that one off. That was funny.
Mom, remember rinse this tiny one off.
What are your girls' favorite ways to have apples besides eating the apple skins raw? What are your favorite ways?
Applesauce.
Applesauce, what else?
Apple pie.
Oh, apple pie's good. What else? What does Mama make every Thanksgiving and Christmas?
Apple crisp.
Apple crisp. That is like our favorite, or at least my favorite.
And I had it, and sometimes I have it for my birthday dessert.
Sometimes for your birthday dessert. It's very good. And we like to serve our apple crisp homemade with cream. And sometimes we do ice cream, but the whipped cream is my favorite way. before you know it. Okay, here are the apples we have. We basically used some yellow ones, all the red ones we were gifted. I think we saved most of the green ones to make an apple crisp this weekend. So I turned this on to 350 for a little bit. I'm gonna turn it down for overnight. I'm gonna cook it overnight. There's no possible way I'm gonna actually can it tonight. So these will cook and we will come back to this project later. Welcome back. It is the next day and I have applesauce here. I wanna show you. It looks so good. I had to keep it on very low overnight and all day because life, guys, is crazy with 7 kids and I could not get around to it. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of cinnamon and then 3 tablespoons of this wonderful organic pure lemon juice that I got at a local natural food store we have in town. Very excited about this. And then we will see if I need to add any organic cane sugar to taste. I do like things a little tart, but I'm not sure. So we'll do a taste test and see how that goes. This cinnamon is from Azure Standard. It is called, I'm gonna say it wrong, Ceylon cinnamon. If you look up cinnamon, it's actually called true cinnamon as well. It is the only cinnamon that has health benefits. Cinnamon has lots of great health benefits. I am not a doctor or a naturopath or anything, so you can look that up online, but this is the one that's good for you. Other cinnamons, mostly just for flavor. I say, why not do the health benefits while you add the flavor? So that's why we use this. We buy it in bulk because we love cinnamon right here. So I'm gonna put that in, I'll put my juice in. I'm also turning on the canner to get the water heated. I'm gonna put my jars in there to warm up as well. So I'm just gonna take these, put them in, put the water in them. We're gonna get them to be both warm and to be clean. Now the only thing is if you warm them in the canner, you have to be careful when you dump them out that you don't burn yourself, because I learned that the hard way. A little bit more water and then we'll be good to go. Turn it on. All right. Okay, now that those are warming up, I'm going to mix in. This is what we look like so far. I need to put my lemon juice in and then do some mixing with my little mix and chop, and we'll do some taste testing to see what we think. Alrighty, we have this. We're going to put 3 tablespoons in and then we will see how it is all stirred in. You know, one of my secret ingredients for my apple crisp, which we will be making this weekend, is adding a little bit of lemon juice to the apple crisp, and it makes it so good. All right, let's stir it in and let's see. Do you want to get a taste testing spoon and we can see how it is? This really cooks down a lot. As I said, I like chunky applesauce because it reminds me of how my Nana used to make it for us. So I am not going to blend this at all. This just broke down and this little mix and chop tool did enough for me. All right, so let's see what you think. Here, how about you get a couple spoons so we each can take a taste. Okay, what do you think? Too tart, too cinnamony? Not sure?
So I don't really know how it's supposed to taste.
Okay. New spoon. Good? I'll have to try it too. Another new spoon, and let's see what I think. I don't think it needs sugar. I kind of like the tartness, don't you? It's good. Okay, go put those in the sink. Next step, we're gonna get this hot. We're gonna put it in our jars. Some other projects in the homestead kitchen. This is cayenne pepper from just this summer's garden. We have a bunch from last summer, and I grind it and make cayenne pepper powder. I have a bunch still out in the garden. That's one thing we're working on. I'll show you what's in my dehydrator right now too. These are my starts so far. Remember, I was telling you how this needs to get planted so badly, but it was like 95 degrees today, so today was not the day, though I can happily report that the bed is ready. My son even amended the soil for me, so I just have to get out there when I think that the weather's cooperating. And over here, what we have in the dehydrator, Thai basil. It's like so dried, I need to put it in something, but next up, I think I'm gonna put Tulsi basil in here, and then I've gotta do a bunch of garlic as well. I'm gonna make some yummy garlic seasoned salts. I should show you how I do that sometime. We are about to fill the jars. I am thinking this is about 4 quarts worth of applesauce. I could be wrong, but it really did condense a lot, so I will have to clean another jar if it is not the case. I have everything very clean here. I'm gonna scoop with this, air bubbles with this, have a clean paper towel that's damp to wipe the rims, so we're just gonna get to work. You want to fill applesauce to 1/2 inch space. It's going to be close. It might actually only be 3 quarts this time. We will have to get a hold of more apples so we can get more on the shelf, because 3 quarts is not going to go far with 7 kids at all. But when you get to use free apples, it is worth it, even if it's not the right ones. Yeah, I think we're only going to have 3 quarts. If that. Goodness, we're getting close. Anyone local who has extra apples, you know where to find me. We gotta make more of this deliciousness. Okay, put that aside. I'm gonna top off just a tiny little bit, a couple of these. This one needs a little bit more. I think this one needs a little bit more. Be good. We'll let the girls eat off the roaster when it cools down. And I'm gonna just look for air pockets. You can use the little nifty tool, or you can use a nice rubber spatula like this. I honestly feel more coordinated with the spatula than with the little special tool for canning. This just gets down so easily and it bends. All right, that there. Clean that one side, clean paper towel. You want to wipe your whole rims, you want to wipe the top, you want to get a really good seal. Make sure everything is very clean. I used to think that this was very, very difficult, but the more I did it, I realized it's not that tricky. I actually have never had a seal fail. Now, I have not canned thousands and thousands of jars like some people, but I have canned enough that I can tell you, as long as you wipe things down and follow just the proper canning methods, it really shouldn't be crazy hard to get good seals. Okay, my lids and my rings have all been washed. Just tighten, finger tight. Now we'll put them into the canner. We do water bath canning with applesauce. You technically could do pressure canning, but it actually heats it so hot that I don't see why we should lose the extra vitamins and minerals if we don't have to, right? So we're just gonna water bath them for 20 minutes. Quarts you should do for 20 minutes. If you are at our elevation, we are below 1,000 feet. I think our home is technically at about 650 feet, something like that. So we do 20 minutes. If you live at a different elevation, you're going to do a different amount of time, just because the pressure is different at different elevations. We are definitely boiling there, definitely a rolling boil. Timer's going off. It is time for us to take these out. That looks amazing, doesn't it? Looks so good. Looks so good. Look how cinnamony it is. So cinnamony. Last one for today. Looking pretty good. Look at that. Okay, so it's not a lot, but it's so worth it. That is so worth it. Thank you for joining me. I am so happy to have this cinnamon chunky applesauce in honor of my Nana. Her birthday is actually October 31st, so all October long I think of her especially, and this is the first birthday we will not get to celebrate with her. She will celebrate in heaven and we will miss her here. So maybe we will pop one of these open, or more than one, on 31st in honor of my Nana. I will see you soon. We have a lot to do. I love sharing our life with you in the kitchen, in the garden, with the chickens, the bees, and all the kids. I'll see you soon.